I think L5 has that coordination for team fight and macro just on top of the list. The best team in the world still, and for now, as a paper, as we saw, couple of games from yesterday and today, they still look not just pretty strong, super strong, close to invincible right now.
If they win this match, they will have a 6-0 lead. They'll be at the top of the charts. Mighty is going to try to fight back. It doesn't look easy here, but they're going to try to do what they can. I mean, it's a 2-0 series. The drafting has been better for L5. The rotations have been better for L5. The team fighting's been better for L5. So if you're Mighty, what do you do at this point?
Well, Mighty, you just gotta come back and we're just gonna go to commercial break before they'll get back something, and then let's see if Mighty can come back in game number 3.
어우, 이게 다 뭐야? 하, 그럼 홍보 투어를 시작해볼까? 어우 예, 루시우 나가신다. 제대로 놀아보자.
그래, 내가 올 걸 알고 준비하고 있었단 말이지. 어차피 아무 소용없을 것을. 쿨담! 넌 시공의 폭풍을 파괴할 수 없다. 파괴? 한심한가? 이 세계는 내가 그토록 꿈꾸던 힘으로 가득하다. 모두 내 것이 될 것이야. 난 알고 있거든. 결국 모든 게 불탈이란 걸.
태초에 잠깐 이게 잠깐만요. 전 우주가 위험에 처했을 때 아니야 너무 멀리 갔잖아. 시공의 폭풍, 이 경이롭고도 특이한 세계에 제가 왔어요. 정독용군단을 대표해서요. 다시 만나 반가워요. 아님 이번이 처음인가요? 사람들은 궁금해하죠. 용족이 왜 이런 작은 몸을 하고 다니느냐고요. 그냥 이게 편하거든요. 저는 시공간의 흐름을 지키러 이곳에 왔어요. 그냥 뒀다간 이렇게 되거든요. 아시다시피 같은 시간대에 여러 장소에 있는 건 불가능하죠. 하지만 과거의 나, 미래의 나, 미래의 어마무시한 나, 다른 시간대가 같은 장소에 모이면 그때부터는 이야기가 달라지죠. 걱정 말아요. 너프될 거예요. 복습해볼까요? 시공간을 잘 한번 둘러보세요. 가장 작은 것에 가장 큰 힘이 숨어 있답니다.
악마 아즈모더는 최후의 승리를 눈앞에 두고 있었습니다. 그때 상대편 영웅들에게 뼈아픈 패배를 당하게 되죠. 하지만 아즈모더는 포기를 모르는 악마였고 결국 불꽃처럼 다시 일어납니다. 죄악의 군주가 아닌 슬램 군주로.
여기 내 홈코트다.
L5, can anybody stop this team? No one in the world could do it.
I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
The Europeans, they tried. The North Americans, they tried. The Koreans, they tried. A few Chinese teams tried. No one could stop them. Untouchable. Undefeated so far. Not a single game taken against them. And I would bet probably my entire life savings they take this third game with how well they've been playing.
Literally, you're gonna bet your entire life?
I mean, I would if someone asked me, but like...
Yeah. Very,
versus
very
their
high
life
chance.
savings, I'm like, who's going to bet their life savings that Mighty wins the next game? I don't think anyone would with how well L5's been playing.
I'm not gonna bet my life on that. So, but still, L5 just incredible. I've been praising a lot on L5, but that game number 2, is just a beauty. I just have to repeat myself. I was amazed. I was actually like close to being like touched on because how they were playing so perfectly, the exact understanding of the game and everything they had to do in the game number 2.
Really, really solid play. Nothing else to say about that. Go if you want to
Mighty's
enjoy
a
it
good
again. Go
team.
watch the VOD tomorrow.
Yeah, Mighty is still a great team. Like they
beat Miracle.
They defeated Miracle also, and against L5, I think they did a pretty good job and actually engaging in at the right moments. That could have turned the team fight, but Magi getting caught a little bit, just a few mistakes, but now L5 has been punishing that pretty well. I think it's more of an L5 super play than Magi going like all the way to like way too far out in the lane.
Just about 24 hours of time between yesterday's match and today, right? And Miracle lost that match. It really goes to show the skill difference between even L5 and Miracle right now seems to be quite large. We won't know for sure until they play against each other, but the projection that we see is insanely different in terms of skill difference. Now, it's going to be a map pick here for L5 on Infernal, not Infernal
Battlefield,
Shrines, Battlefield of Eternity, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know, I got that mixed up again.
I know Inferno was like it touched you. I know that's still
It's
staying
literally
with
like
you.
Eternity's Battlefield in Korean, but anyway.
Yeah, it is actually.
So L5 picks this because, of course, Mighty takes first ban. They won't get this again, though. It's going to be the last first pick. If they win, it's all going to go to L5. So L5 just picks this map. And this is the map where we've seen basically winning the Immortal race doesn't necessarily lead to victory.
And teams got greedy to take that last bit of HP on that Immortal. Ended up losing all of it. And we saw that in match number 1 also today. So we'll see if which team get the better comps for a team fight. We'll see a Vala ban probably, if not taken. L5 already used the Q-Vala from Cursed Hollow, just taking down that boss super quick.
I think that the Vala ban here is pretty solid. L5 thinks they're going to be able to win consistently no matter what happens. Vala is one of the great tools. Ooh, we'll take Falstad instead. I'm going to say Vala is one of the great tools to win the race. And if that's against you, it makes things a little bit harder in general. But if you just remove that factor, L5 is pretty confident to win. Mighty could first pick Vala here.
And later on, they will also try to get Variant because they did play Variant a few times. And we haven't seen that too much from Joker, especially today.
If Vala is left to L5, they might just Tastar Vala, which would be so insanely powerful right now. Tastar is taken, so they cannot do it. And this almost puts more pressure on L5 to take Vala. We might see Vala Malfurion here because then you have a strong support with her, and then Tastar might be forced down the path again of going this all-in like Tyrael composition or protecting something else.
You can also take ETC from the beginning, just taking that out. Also, global can be global, and also Mosh Pit used from Noblesse has been on great ETC so far. And also having that 20%, I believe, the speed boost attack on the Immortal race, it helps greatly. So just to take in mind going into draft and BOE, there are a lot of things. They can still get Valario. It's just possible they have 2 picks.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to go for the Varian Ragnaros, which we saw them actually do yesterday. That's a common rotation that goes around here for the Tassadar. Much more common when it's a Zeratul first pick, but still a strong combination. And this really, though, it almost feels like they want Mighty to go like, yeah, it's like I dare you to pick Ariel Vala here. We haven't really seen too much Ariel Tastar Vala, it's usually either the Ariel or the Tassadar.
They can do Tassadar, Tyrael, and just basically the same Greymane comp with Vala, maybe?
I hope
if they
not.
want to do, but I hope not, and I wish they have at least 2 assassins or range damage, so to say.
Joker had some incredible Sanks, and also he used the hero well. He understands the utility that Tyrael can bring. He actually used him to dismount and stop rotations quite a bit as well. And Tyrael can operate kind of like a solo tank if given the chance to. I feel like Mighty is definitely considering this option. It is going to be Muradin and Vala. So this opens up L5 the opportunity to ban Ariel. And again, as in the previous set, I think it's the right move here. I think it's the safe bet.
They have a lot of choices, but still that is, of course, in the priority list on the bans. They'll still have ETC open. Maybe L5 may take. I don't think they necessarily need anything else other than Varian and Ragnaros already picked.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mighty's 100% bans the ETC since they already have Muradin. The question is, what is L5 considering right now? Because you're looking at this and you could take away something like a Li Ming, but they don't have range damage either, and Mighty could lock them away from that if they do go down that path. Doing the support ban is safer.
But they have to choose one, Ariel, or they're even putting up Malfurion at the time. It looks like they're going to go ahead with Malfurion because Tangling Root is just so effective in the end zoning during the fight. They just want to take that out of the...
He's just the top tier support. If you're looking to do a support ban, he's your guy. And Mighty, I think this is just an easy ETC ban. They already have their tank, L5. They have, like, the problem with the ETC ban is, like, they have 2 tanks-ish, if you want to call Ragnaros a tank, but ETC absolutely stout can be used here. They're going to actually go down this support choke. We could see a pretty unique support come into this one. We saw Morales already. I wonder if L5 will just let the ETC go. They're going to take Rhaegar first because it's going down the support choke. They want to make sure they have it. There's a Thrall pick. And it looks like
L5 is really going towards the right direction, I feel like.
Yeah. I guess they're just going to take ranged here at the end of the day.
Let's see, they have some choices. It's not like too bad.
I think that Ariel is still a good choice, like not absolutely necessary.
But they're taunting Ariel because Ariel does not have cleanse, and going into that against Varian, that's dangerous, so to say, because they're kind of forcing them to pick right wing in this case, but that's not the best option. But they're kind of forced to do that right now. Actually, they have choked themselves in a way because they banned out Karazim.
Yeah, and I think that's why L5 is kind of winning this rotation because they reacted better. They decided not to use ETC at all, and they want to just take this Thrall melee. They're going to have Earthquake to help engage on this as well. I think they're going to go with Ariel. Brightwing is a good choice because of the cleanse you mentioned. And Ariel Artanis.
Okay, they decided to have, they needed some kind of bruiser. Artanis can even do a lot more damage onto that Immortal. Looks like they're going to go for that Immortal race, just full out there.
So far, though, historically in this tournament, as we see Li Ming is the obvious choice with the Thrall coming in here.
Yep.
So far in this tournament, the solo Vala damage has not been very successful,
Yeah.
G-Clef.
We saw it works in lots of Hero League, and it does work sometimes, but here, it did not work so well in HGC Korea. And solid draft coming out from L5. I personally like L5's side a little bit more. It looks a lot more consistent, so to say, but it is ready for game number 3 and possibly the last game of tonight. L5, are they going to take the win against Mighty? Let's see game number 3 in Battlefield of Eternity.
Here we go. This could be the last map of the night. L5 in blue. The more well-rounded draft. SC on Thrall, Nitrogen on Li Ming, Jungha on Ragnaros, Noblesse on Varian, Swoi on Rhaegar, and their opponents, G-Clef. Who are they?
And in red, Mighty, Joker on Murden, Sands on Artanis, Bagi on Tassadar, Nasang on Ariel, and SDE on Vala. Just noticed if it was us playing the game, it would be Rooster Race. Beginning of the game all the time.
100%. We have 100% win rate on Rooster Race.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Joker tries to toss out this Stormbolt, but it's going to be a pretty neutral level 1 here. The top solo laner is going to be Artanis, in this case against Ragnaros. And it's a pretty tough matchup for Artie up there, but he's going to do his best. Could see some rotations, but I think he's going to be playing a losing battle most of the time. And we'll see that little rotation up, that gank attempt. He does go for a phase swap, as you can see on the minimap. Meanwhile, down here, Swoy has to heal himself as he gets very low. Whoa, Swoy! I cannot believe he actually went for the wolf bite there. Way overextending, and this is a nice early lead now for
Was
Mighty.
he looking for a kill? I don't think so.
No,
It
it's
might have
almost
been
like he
just-
misclicked or
yeah,
something.
Yeah, that's what I was also trying to say, because no one was like super low that it could get a kill. There was a misplay just by Swoy, just rarely.
An uncharacteristic mistake.
But still, Jungha is winning this top lane against Sands.
Okay, this always happens, by the way. This is the rotation I was talking about. Sands loses the top lane, the Muradin rotation comes up, so Ragnaros always backs off immediately because he knows it's coming, and they can see on the map Muradin's missing, so now Jungha is just going to sit here under turret. Oh man, Sands is making this super obvious. This is never going to work in a million years. Muradin should just go back down. Nice early pick for Mighty. Gives them a slight lead here, despite the fact that top matchup is so difficult for Artanis.
And Joker comes down, tries to bolt one, but fails to do so. First one always misses.
Yeah.
And looks like we're gonna go into the immortal race. Joker's trying to stall some time on the right side, but he's alone. Has to dwarf toss away.
Okay, Noblest eats some serious damage here as well, though, as they're moving in now. Magic Missiles tossed out. Keep in mind, as much as I was critical of the Solo Battle not having much success, Solo Li Ming is equally kind of one glass cannon DPS on the side of L5, so they have a lot of CC, a lot more than Mighty does in terms of engaging. There's Stoneboard, yeah, there's the Phase Prison, but does that ever hit anybody in Korea? Not really. And they have Ariel, but there's a lot of hard CC on L5 that Li Ming can pair with to get these kills. Sans is locked down in here, I should say Sans, locked down in here, will be picked off. And that's one kill already here for L5. And the cool thing about Li Ming, too, as a solo DPS is if the fight goes in your favor, it becomes a win more situation because you have resets. For Volley, you don't get free extra Hungering Arrows and etc.
That's true, and Vala actually going for the W build instead of the Q build. It is partially because they have Artanis going for that amateur opponent. He can also do a lot of damage on that Immortal. They have decided that, well, L5 has, so to say, they have a balanced team comp, and Sands is caught again here. Will he make it in time? Yes, he does. Tassadar coming along. To continuing what I was saying, I just lost my train of thought.
That's totally fine, G-Club. This happens to everybody. It's a caster curse. So we do see a big kill here, though, onto Thrall. And Mighty is actually going to take this opportunity to really push the Immortal down to half health. A respawn is in 3 seconds here for Thrall. He will come back as soon as he can. And meanwhile, Jungha's actually soaking the top lane. He's going to rotate down. If L5 wanted to try to contest this, they would have to invade. Looks like they're just going to try to minimize the shields here. They're taking the safe approach, but Mighty will take a small lead from this exchange.
L5 is just going to let them take the first one and probably contest for the second one a little more because Mighty just has an upper hand in that race, even though Vala did not go Q build. They don't need to invest both of them to go to their immortal fight. As you can see, just having Artanis on that amateur opponent, they pretty much had the race winning from the beginning of the draft. So L5 knew that, so didn't risk too much. And here comes that immortal. They're gonna push this
Noblesse nearly going down there as well. He's not as tanky as perhaps he thinks he is until he gets the taunt upgrade. Of course, the variant's multi-class. Not a tank yet, but Blizzard's classification. It's not until he picks that heroic. But,
he's the first and the only multi-class in the Nexus right now. Joker jumps in, and let's see taking some of the damage.
It's really interesting how these comps become solo DPS right now, as SDE does get healed up. He does enough damage to give all that hope. Joker is super out of position though, and he's very low. Does get that shield the last second, but it's not enough to save his teammate as SDE goes down. Jongha eats a few turret shots here, but that is a very one fight for L5, and they actually, I feel like, kind of equalized things. Mighty was slightly ahead, but L5's turned it around.
And Mighty is still slightly ahead, but I think Jongha made the better choice to come up faster than Sands, because Sands was soaking in the bot a little bit more than Jongha did. Jongha coming around from the side kind of made the entire formation of Mighty to go around a little bit more top, so to say, instead of a straight line, and got the kills. And Joker was trying to stall time from the back, but he just did not have enough heals, because all the heals and shields were going to SDE.
Yeah.
Poor Joker.
The thing about Ariel as a healer is that she can do massive amounts of heals as long as you're doing damage at the same time. Otherwise, you kind of just get one.
Yeah, but when the entire team is running away, that's the thing. Ariel, when she can't get hope, then she can't heal.
That's right. So that's where they're relying on Tastar as the secondary support. That's why they bought a lot of time there. But SDE unable to stay alive there. Slight lead now in terms of EXP going to L5. But they have this strong push. They're going to try to widen that as Sands is actually going to go for this cap. This leaves free soak to Jongha in the top lane. He's going to start doing some damage up there as well. This is going to be a nice amount of counter pressure they're going to have when they get this cap. But it's pushing L5 so close to 10. If he gets a cannon tower, it's so good. And the bot cannon towers are out of ammo. L5 is almost certainly going to get 10 first. Look at this. There's no way to stop the minion wave even with no ammo here. And they're halfway to it. Both walls essentially destroyed here. And Jongha gets away for free.
And this second Immortal spawning in few seconds, it just spawned. This will be the critical one. L5 half a level lead when they hit that level 10 a little bit before. That's the time they're going to engage. And Mighty will be forced back, and they can just defend until they can pretty much just defend or even engage really hard, and Mighty is just forced back. And Noblesse a little bit off position alone, taking a lot of damage. Nitrogen comes into... No, he does not. Swoi, not enough time on that. I believe he was at. And also Swoi almost caught by the imprisonment.
He does get
go
taken
down.
out regardless. Earthquake used here to help disengage. They want to try to take Joker with them. He does have Dwarf Toss. He gets away. Huge win here for Mighty. They're going to equalize the EXP. They're going to take their own heroics. They fought at the perfect time right before L5 had them. Taunt would have been available. Would have had the extra HP. Would have had Ancestral and Earthquake as well. All of these things were just not quite ready at the time that Mighty struck, and now they have all their heroics available without cooldowns.
I think Noblesse was not really sure how much damage they could actually put out, and Vala not going to that Q build actually worked out here, just taking down on that Varian. Varian actually looks like Luther because he's like walking around. Sort of.
I see what you're saying. This fight here is an awkward position for Mighty. They kind of caught in between this Immortal. They got stunned a little bit there. This is a great opportunity for L5. They force the Aegis early. No one takes damage.
Nice swap onto Jongha. Jongha almost blown up there. And continues to chase, but it is taunted. Joker just Dwarf tosses away, and SDE and then Sands in out of position. Nasang and Magi just, they're not just close enough for them to really protect them.
Yep. Ancestral goes off as well. Taunt actually off cooldown currently, if Noblesse could get into range for one. Good retreat here from Mighty. Things start off really good for Mighty, beginning with their heroic economy there. They had more available. They took the better fight before, but L5's team coordination in the second one, even down a few heroics, was just much better. Earthquake's going to be up here in just a second as well for this push that they're going to send to the top lane. They may just send Jongha bot to make sure they can maximize EXP here. But as I say that, looks like they're going to 5-man the top push. They're going to try to get as much from this as they can. The wall is already down. Yeah, there's a decent amount of shields on this Immortal.
Yeah, Joker has been doing great, and also Sands got taunted, and even Aegis was used. Let's see if Sands can make it out. No, there's a reset on Li Ming, and now SDE is caught for a second. Joker just stalling time from the side, not doing really much. Nasang is also caught, and will probably go down before she barely makes it out.
Detainment strike for the win. And a good play here by Magi to actually keep him alive. But regardless, he's essentially dead. He has to go back to the fountain anyways to heal. He's in that Hall of Storms, healing up as this push continues. Joker always in the right position to try to make something happen here, but they need to do it as 5. They need to Tastar Wall with it. Already, he dies. He's the first to go. Good target fire here by L5. This gives them level 13. And if this push continues, if they lose anybody else, they're going to lose this keep. In fact, it looks like with Ragnaros using Molten Core, they're going to kill it anyways.
And they're going all in to losing. And Sands trying that swap, and it fails. SCSC having a good juke on that, and Keep does go down. L5 taking that lead with even the talent now.
Yep.
Joker was trying to be aggressive. He had the patience to stay on the side the entire time, but that he could have won in, but that would have actually made it worse in a way because they can actually focus just like what happened just now. And I think he waited just way too much, and then I just have to go in sometimes, guys. Like, this is my time to go in. Whatever, I'll just go in. And then he was not so close to his teammate, and maybe he could have been a little bit more patient, like wait for the next chance, but he just went in.
Yeah, he definitely had an opportunity there. There was no force wall to kind of follow up. And then once that fight was over, I like Jonga's commitment to just grab onto that fort and blow everything up with Molten Core. Tastar Magi was trying so hard to shield it, it just didn't matter. This is an early fort, or excuse me, an early keep kill, which is so problematic. Because it means the top lane is always going to have to be dealt with over and over and over with for Mighty. And they just have to kind of sit back, try to absorb EXP here, sit back, get that 13 for the next fight. They're not that far behind in any way except for that keep being on. It's just so critical.
I think Joker has been doing great. It's just that L5 has been soaking a little bit more, taking that talent advantage, of course. And Mighty has to soak a little bit more to hit that 13 before it tries to defend the Immortal for now. But Nachojin's already beginning to poke on that Immortal.
Okay, here we go. Mighty looking for this invade now. They hit 13. This is a good timing for them to fight. They did it once before Heroics hit. Maybe they could do it here before 16. Starting to poke now is SDE. He's going to do a lot of damage here. Didn't go for full auto attack because he's going for the W build, as you said. He can do a little bit of poking. Joker looking for this pick. Finally, they get the double stun here. Will they actually get Noblesse? There's a swap here as well, but Noblesse lives. He taunts. Aegis goes down. A big Purifier Beam as well. Excuse me, Pulse coming down to blind. Joker, can he get out? Already one's down. Beautiful Ancestral here, but 2 dead now. Should be 3 in just a moment. L5, if they get a wipe here, they could try to end in the top lane as Catapults, already 2 of them are pushing. Can they get the kills here? 2 more to go. If they wipe, they win.
I think this is almost game over. Nasang trying to survive for a few more seconds, and Noblesse onto the chase. It is almost a full team wipe. Nasang, there he goes. They just have to take down this Immortal and then push the entire... I don't think they can go for core, but they will probably get all the way to the keep wall at least.
Well, we'll see what happens because there are 3 catapults top, which means that Mighty's going to have to defend. That's why I was saying with this, they might actually be able to push to win it. But they needed a lot more resources. They actually used almost all their mana, so it actually didn't work out that way. So they have to get the Immortal. I spoke too soon there. They're going to have to get this Immortal. It's going to be a heavy shielded Immortal. We'll have to go through a fort. Because like I said, L5 got to keep early, but in all other ways they weren't massively ahead. And